Hey everybody, welcome back to Stone Mountain BBQ. Today's video is a little bit different. Over the last week, I've been trying out a not necessarily new diet, but a new to me diet that I found online, and it intrigued me, and I needed to try to do something about my weight. So I started doing the Carnivore Diet. Now, if you've never heard of the Carnivore Diet, I'll give you a quick rundown. Essentially, you're cutting out all plant-based material from your diet. So no vegetables, no fruits, no grains, no wheat, no anything that isn't essentially from an animal. Now, most people will cut out a lot of dairy as well. And typically those who try the carnivore diet are doing it because they have autoimmune disorders. That's not the case for me. The reason they may do that for an autoimmune disorder is that they're trying to eliminate as many foods from their diet as they can, and then gradually introduce those back into their diet so that they can see how their body reacts to each individual type of food. That helps them understand what causes their issues. Now, I have to say, before we get started into this video, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a health and care person. I'm not a professional. I don't play one on TV. So don't necessarily take this as the gospel, but this is just my experience from 1 week on the carnivore diet. So a couple weeks ago, I had some blood work done, came back that I'm pretty much probably diabetic. My A1C was about 8.4, needs to be around 5 point something. It wasn't high enough for them to put me on medication. They did suggest that I keep like a glucose or a sugar monitor. But if I thought that I could get my diet under control, that I should be fine. Leading up to that appointment for blood work, I had been feeling rough and knew that I needed to make a change. So I had already cut out sodas and was trying to cut back on what I was eating. I actually had lost about 4 pounds, 4 to 5 pounds before I even started the carnivore diet. Last Monday, I decided, after watching a ton of videos, listening to a ton of podcasts, and just reading up as much as I could on the risks and the benefits of a carnivore diet, I decided that I was going to go full-blown carnivore for a week. On Monday, I weighed in at 379 pounds. It's definitely not my highest I've ever been, but I was happy that I was able to lose a little bit of weight before starting. Essentially, what I try to do is I eat about 2 meals a day, roughly 22 to 2300 calories, and drink a ton of water. Now, my fat and protein percentages are essentially equal, usually with a little bit more protein than fat, and I eat a lot of protein. Me personally, I'm eating around 250 to 260 grams of protein a day, and probably could bump that up a little bit as well. Now, my fat grams per day are roughly around the same, around 200 to 225. Now, you might say that's a lot, and it is, but I'm a big dude, and I have to have enough to at least sustain me throughout the day, especially at that low of a calorie count. Even eating 22 to 2300 calories for my body weight, I'm running at about a 300 to 400 calorie deficit every day, and I do that purposefully. That's kind of the in-depth definition of why or what I'm doing on the carnivore. As far as the food that I'm eating, I eat twice a day usually, and I usually start out my day with about 4 to 5 eggs, either scrambled, fried, or not fried, but soft eggs. I cook in ghee or bacon grease. I don't use any kind of olive oil, canola oil, any of that stuff. That stuff's terrible for you. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. So that's what I've been doing for the whole week. Get up, I make a meal solely out of either steak, ground beef, bacon and eggs, and other things, shrimp, whatever I have on hand. And I usually, like I said, eat about anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 calories for breakfast. And that usually fills me up. The thing about the carnivore diet, you don't eat unless you're hungry. And then when you do eat, you eat until you're full, and that's it. There's no portion control. There's no, if you're hungry and you want to eat, you can sit down and eat as much as you want, as long as you're not stuffing yourself, which I'm guilty of most of the time. This week, though, I have done pretty good about it. The biggest appeal to me to try the carnivore diet was the ease of use, essentially. Y'all know that I like meat, I like to eat it, I like cooking it, however, and I've never been a big side guy as far as cooking sides. Now, I'll eat some sides. You throw some potato salad and some macaroni salad and some baked beans, I would tear it up. But I was never one that liked to cook them. So, starting this diet has really helped me out to just cook the meat and be fine with it. Now, I have kept hard dairy in, like as far as cheeses and things like that. Not necessarily soft like sour cream or cream cheese, and not been doing any of that, just because of I don't want my stomach to get upset. The first week of the carnivore diet was pretty rough, I have to admit. I cut out coffee as well, although I did have 1 cup of coffee throughout the week, just because the headaches were so bad. As I said, I'd cut out soda before and didn't really have to deal with caffeine headaches because I was still drinking either tea or coffee. When I started the carnivore, I was going to go cold turkey, no caffeine, and it made it rough. The first couple of days, I felt very, very sluggish, very, very just almost like I just didn't want to move. My head hurt. I was, just felt sick, to be honest with you. But then something happened that second to third day, in between those days, where all of a sudden I felt really good. Like my head was cleared up. I was thinking a lot quicker. Like I was able to figure out what I was going to eat a lot fast. Like the first couple days I was like, what am I going to cook? What am I going to cook? But then the third day I was like, all right, 4 eggs, 4 pieces of bacon, half a pound of ground beef, breakfast. Second meal of the day, steak, 3 eggs, 4 eggs, whatever it might have been. There we go. And I don't know, it was just like something switched right after the 3-day mark. Now, there are folks who say that it takes them a week to 2 weeks, even to almost a month, for what they call an acclimation phase, or just getting your body used to that. I think because I had cut out a lot of sugar previously, that it helped me in the transition period of cutting out all the other stuff. So Monday I weighed in, and I'll just tell you, I weighed 379 pounds. It's not my highest, definitely not my lowest, but 379 pounds it was, and I was wanting to do 7 days and weigh in again to see how the carnivore diet has affected me. I kind of checked my weight, cheated a little bit throughout the week, and was happy with what I was seeing. This morning I woke up, got on the scale, and I weighed 370 pounds. Now, there was some tenths on each one of them, but I keep a log on my phone, but I'm filming on my phone, and I'm pretty sure it was exactly 9 pounds that I had lost since last Monday. I'm very happy with that. 9 pounds in 1 week from literally just changing the way I eat, but not feeling like I'm on a diet. That's one of my biggest pros to doing the carnivore diet as of right now, is that I don't feel like I'm on a diet. We had a church picnic yesterday, and I cooked a ton of chicken. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that. And the hardest part about it is folks that knew me or know me, but forgot or forget that I'm doing the diet, and they're like, hey, here's a one of my favorite drinks is like a peach tea, and they had peach tea there, and I was like, I can't drink that, or they had baked beans and all this other stuff, and I'm like, I'll just sit here with my couple pieces of chicken, but that was fine. Like there was no problem. I eat in the morning until I get full, and usually I don't eat again until 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock. The last couple of days, I've been so satiated throughout the whole day that I haven't eaten dinner. So then I'm at like a 900 calorie deficit for the day. Now, do I think I can sustain that long term? No. I think eventually my body's going to get used to those larger breakfasts, and it's going to process that food throughout the day better, more efficiently, to where I'm not full, or at least not even hungry at the end of the day. But for right now, I'm okay with it. Drinking a ton of water. The only downside to the carnivore diet is just, let's just be honest, the bathroom cycle is very, very, it's either really extreme or really nothing. So if we're going to get personal about it, when you're eating that much protein and that much fat, your body breaks it down a lot quicker and a lot better than it does fiber and things like that. So your bathroom breaks, they come on like a tornado or a very fast moving thing. Like, you just get to the bathroom. If you feel like you got to go to the bathroom, just get to the bathroom. We'll just say that. That's been frustrating, is because, you in the back of your head, you're like, this isn't healthy. Like, I'm not, you hear from government statistics that you should do this, and this many times a day. And when you go to not doing it that many times in a week, you get a little nervous. I feel fine. I'm not bloated. Honestly, I feel good. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes the next week. I plan to do one of these videos every Monday. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're interested in the carnivore diet, because I'm going to try to stick with it for a while and see how it does with me. Hopefully, I'm shooting for 30 pounds to start, and then we're going to start getting into like exercise, really trying to get some weight off. My first goal weight is 300 pounds. I want to get down to where I'm like teetering on that 299, 300. That would be awesome. I haven't seen that weight since, I don't even remember when. But overall, the carnivore diet so far this week has not been bad to me. I was very happy that I didn't have all of the withdrawal symptoms from other foods in the beginning, like everybody else has said they do. My transition period, or acclimating phase, or whatever you want to call it, has been very good. I've listened and watched a ton of podcasts, ton of videos. I'll put some links to the guys I listen and read and watch. Dr. Sean Baker, Dr. Paul Saladino, and then Mark Bell, just some of those guys. Joe Rogan did a lot of it. Jordan Peterson, those guys have done, and had really good results. Now, like I said, I'm doing it for my diet. I'm not doing it for, autoimmune disorders or anything like that. So it works differently for me. I can gradually put things in that I might need. Say I might, feel like, I need more potassium, I need more vitamin whatever. And if I feel like I need that, which I don't really know how I would tell if I need that, but if there's some symptoms that pop up all of a sudden, and I can, read or find that, this symptoms is caused by a deficiency in whatever vitamin, I don't think that I'll have a problem reintroducing those foods, essentially. So that's kind of my take on it, is gradually as I go, I'll be able to reintroduce, onions and broccoli occasionally and things like that, even though some folks say that stuff's terrible for you. I don't know. There's got to be some good to it, but I'm sure there's some bad to it too. There's probably some bad to just eating meat all the time, but there's some folks out there that have seen some research and seen some things being done that say that it's fairly safe. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. But I know over the last week, I've felt full every day, never had any issues, and I lost 9 pounds the first week. I'm happy with it. So if it works, it works. And, you know, who knows? If you want to, try it out. See how it does for you. I don't have any kind of certifications or credentials to be like, hey, I know what I'm talking about. I just know what it did for me. And I'm hoping that trend continues with me over the next few weeks, months, even maybe years. There's folks out there that have been doing carnivore for 10 years plus. So that's going to be it for this video. It's a little bit long, and it's just me sitting here in the vehicle talking, but I'm getting ready to mow, and I felt like this was the quickest, easiest way to do this. So Monday weigh-in, down 9 pounds. Let's go. Let's get it. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you would already have known that I'm doing the carnivore diet. Be sure to check me out. Those links will be down below. You can keep up with me through the week. Let me know what you think about the carnivore diet down there in the comment section. Let me know if you've tried it. Let me know how it affected you. Let me know if it helped you, if it hurt you, any kind of adverse effects, or positive effects. Let me know. There's a ton of things that people say that it helps, and you know, even if it just helps me lose weight, it'll do more than I ever wanted it to do. So far it's doing that. So just go eat some protein. I'm going to. It's about breakfast time for me. So all right, guys, I appreciate you for watching. I really hope you stick with me through this weight loss journey. I'm gonna really try to stick to it. I have done it in the past to where we tried to do these update videos, but maybe we'll do some meal prep and some planning and stuff like that. But every Monday we're going to do a Monday weigh-in and see how the week has gone. Okay, all right, guys, y'all stick with me. We'll see what we can do. Thanks, guys. God bless.